Let me start by saying that, I spent about more than 24 years overseas doing journalism, and maybe 10, 12 years doing it here before I left and after I came. I have the insider's knowledge about India, and I have the outsider's perspective. And when I came here and I saw these TV channels, the first thing which hit me was content is king, but is not king on our channels. Why? Because I saw this herd mentality. I mean, somebody came from, I think he was from Headlines Today to Washington to Voice of America. He was visiting and we were talking, and he said, I said, you don't promote your programs. I don't even know, because we have all the channels in America, so we can watch Indian channels. I said, you don't promote your programs. He said, we can't do that, because if we promote the program a week before, all the channels will either precede us or will try to have the same program at the same time when we are having it. So that kind of herd mentality, that's what I saw. Everybody is doing that, and I perfectly, fully agree with Anuradha. What we need is creative. We need a channel which has intelligent reporting. See, as a reporter for past more than 3 decades, when we write a story, even today when we write a story, we have to have background to it. We used to look for background. Today, it's on the plate right away. This happened, this happened, this happened. There's no perspective. There is absolutely no perspective, and we see the same anchors. They are the talk show hosts. When there's a good assignment, the same editor goes to do the assignment, and he will do the talk show host, become a talk show host. He will also anchor, and if there's a big breaking news, he is there, nobody else. So what is happening is, what I see is, there's a connivance between the editors who get a lot of money and the owners to keep the reporter down below. I mean, I know reporters on television who get 10,000, 15,000 rupees, and they're told to stand outside a minister's house and interview whosoever comes and goes. We have to empower the reporter, because if you see the Indian history, when the emergency took place, Mrs. Gandhi declared, it was the reporters, reporters of newspapers who were big names, big brands, and when they said something. In America, when Walter Cronkite said, we should get out of Vietnam, the president said, next day said, I lost the public support for Vietnam, we have to get out. So we don't have that kind of creativity, we don't have that kind of credibility, we don't have, I know the institutes are training people, but when I see that the lead of the reporter who's in the field is stolen by the anchor. If the lead, he says, Prime Minister Manmohan Singh has postponed his visit because of sickness by 2 days, then the anchor says, the Prime Minister Manmohan Singh has postponed his visit because of sickness for 2 days. Here's a report by Ravi Khanna. And the Ravi Khanna says, Prime Minister Manmohan Singh has. So it's a repetition. They don't check pronunciations. The anchor is saying a name one way, and the reporter is saying the name the other way. They're playing music behind news, which is totally, absolutely not allowed. Because once you play music behind the news, that becomes a drama. And news is not drama. It's not a fictional story. It's an actual story. Also, the channels will have to think about it, that money making is not everything. Credibility making is also something. We should push for excellence. India, to me, is 95%, because we leave the last 5% undone. If something needs 4 screws, 3 screws will do, 4th is not needed. But that's where the perfection comes. Trifles make perfection, and perfection is not a trifle. In America, the whole focus is the last 5%, how to make it perfect. So what we are doing is, we have to train better, and we have to empower the reporter within the channel.